Let's tell you about the background of Moana movie and also the plot story of this movie. Moana is one of the Disney characters produced by Walt Disney. This movie released on November 23 in 2016 in the United States. And this movie it is based on the stories of Polynesia mythology. And this movie is tell about a young girl named Moana. Moana is such a brave girl that she really curious to cross the islands because her grandmothers tell her the story in the past that related to the islands. But then her father doesn't allow her to cross the islands because of her father wanted to save her in the islands because Moana will be the next leader of her island in the future. So that is why Moana keep it to across the islands. But one day she found a secret place with a lot of sheep, which at that time or in the past, those ships it is used by people in her island to fishing. But then because of there's nothing problems, so those ships it is avoided by the people in her islands. So after she found those ships, her grandmothers still push away her to across the islands and to bring the TVT's heart and bring to the TVT. And after that, she just followed the instructions of her grandmother. But suddenly, in the middle of her journey, he just accidentally waved away because of the big wave. But then she met Maui. Maui is a half god which made a mistake in the past, which Maui at that time it is still stole the TVT's heart. And then Moana tried to bring Maui go together to her with her and to solve the problems together. But then at first Maui doesn't want to go together with Moana because he was afraid because he made a mistake and he doesn't want to get back to another problems. But then Mona just tried to push him and to confuse him to solve the problems together. And then to the islands together. But then in their journey, they almost success to bring heart back to the Tahiti. But then because of Maui feel afraid again and he feels that he didn't dare to face Tahiti. So he just returned and he come back and he doesn't want to continue the journey together with Moana. And then Moana also feel gap because to continue this journey because he just by herself and she even told to the oceans that to look for someone else because she felt that she was not the right person to continue this journey. But then the oceans confused her to continue the journey, and then Moana just being be brave that she continue her journey by herself and to face Tahiti by herself. And then in the middle of her journey, after she passed Tahiti, suddenly Mau come back to her and help her, and they give her to the Tahiti, and all the conditions it is just like in the past. They come back normal, and also that's all about the plot story. Thank you.
Well, now I'm going to explain you about the psychoanalysis of Moana character. Talking about psychoanalysis, there are three parts of psychoanalysis. The first is it, second is ego, and the last is super ego. Well, in this movie, the it side of Moana is about her desire to go outside of her island because she believed that there is something outside of her island that can help her island. But in the ego side, which is about an image that he tried to create to be accepted in her society, is about he always tried to hold on her desire to not go outside of her island, because her father really forbid her to go outside of their island, because her father believed that it is dangerous if someone went outside of their island. But finally Moana lost, because in the last part, which is about super ego, it is related to the norms and also rules. So actually in Motului there is rules that everybody couldn't couldn't go outside of their island. But finally Moana lost, because in one night she went outside of their island, because her island getting worse, and she believed there is something outside of her island that can help Motului.
So the next one is about Maui's psychoanalysis. So Maui has a lot of problems since he was a child. And for the first one is about the idea of Maui. He wants to be recognized by all of the creatures. So in the past he has a problem that his parents threw away him. So these bad moments make him to try to rephrase it, and he tried to make people that know that he is present in the world. So the bad moments really affect for his life. And the next one is about the ego of Maui. He tries to create an image that will be the strongest one to save the world. Again, the bad moment before, it's make him to create a good image as the strongest person. Like he used the magic hook from the god to help all of people, and he tried to do anything to make people praise to him. And this is about the super ego of Maui. So he left Moana because of his bad experience, but then he comes back to help Moana. So he in the world actually he had two problems. The first one is when his parents threw away him, and the second one, he ever steal the heart of Deviti, and it's make a problem for all of people and then around the island. And then one day Moana asked him to bring back the Deviti. For the first one, he helped Moana because he responsible for his mistake. But in the middle of when they try to bring back the heart of Deviti, he afraid because he remember about his bad experience. So the bad experience really affect for his life. So he left Moana, but at the end he back again and try to bring back the heart Deviti, because he realized that has mistakes. So he tried to make the situation better than before. So that's all about Maui's psychoanalysis. Thank you.
And the next is Moana's father. In this case, we have found several things that support if he has ego and super ego. For the first is, he has a desire to protect people around him. That's why it's become an it for him. And the next one is, he make an image for being a disciplined person for villager and then also his family. That's why it becomes an ego for him. And the last one, because of the universe cannot give something that what they need in the future, that's why he realized that if he needs somebody to go outside to save the island.
Okay, well, now I will tell you about Grandma Tala psychoanalysis, who is Moana's grandmother. Grandma Tala tries to make Moana to be brave to get out the ocean, because she believes that Moana can save the island, which is Motului, and also she believes that the villager of Motului are the explorer of the oceans. So Grandma Tala wants the villager to be the explorers again. And because the ego is affected by the super ego, in which she believes in herself, does her ego accept her image even though people say that she is a crazy woman. Therefore, she chose to be herself because on her belief.